Now let me explain my experimental procedures that I've done for the first 4 weeks. Now in the first 4 weeks, all the 12 mice were housed in individual housing and they were fed with unrestricted food portions. This way we can kind of measure how much the mice will eat, how much they won't eat, how much is left over. And after the first 4 weeks, we noticed that the average food consumption per mouse per day was about 13 grams. And after eating this amount for 4 weeks, the mice went from my original 13.5 to 15 grams per mice to 26 grams to 31 grams per mice. So as you can see, they have a very significant growth in weight. Now for the diet controls, we assigned all these 12 mice into 4 random groups. The first one is the AL group, and this group of mice will be continuously fed with unrestricted amounts of food, which is usually 16 grams. The DR1 group, this group of mice will be fed with 85 or 11 grams of diet every day. For the DR2 group, this group of mice will be fed with 70%, 9.1 grams of diet every day, and DR3 will be fed with 60%, 7.8 grams of diet every day. If you go from left to right, the one farthest to the left is the AL group, followed by the DR1, DR2, and DR3 group. In order to take care of these mice, there are some things that we need to prepare to take care. First of all, we need the mask, and then we need the gloves, which I'm wearing. We have the food right here, the 1/3 slices. We need the weight. We have the water to make sure if the water bottles need a refill. We have the Clorox disinfecting wipes to clean out the cage. We have some towels. The bedding, the aspen bedding is right here that we're going to use. We always have to change it every once in a while so that they have a new bedding, a fresh new bedding. And lastly, we have the record sheet where I record all my data for the week's course. So now I'll give you a demo on how to take care of a mice. And this here is a DR1 group. So first of all, we have to remove the lid. After we remove the lid, we have to check the food dish to see if there are any leftover food. And you can see that there's some left. So you pour it here, put the food dish onto the scale, set it equal to 0. Then we put this onto the dish, and we know that there's 1 gram left over. Now with the 1 gram, I'll record it onto my record sheet and say there's 1 gram left over food for the DR1 group. After this is done, we have to throw out the old food. Then since this is a DR1 group, and DR1 group receives the 85% 11 grams of food, set the scale equal to 0 once again. We take some of the food, and we have to measure exactly 11 grams for the mice. Now once 11 gram is recorded, we have the food right here. Now setting that aside, we have to make sure that the water bottle is refilled. So we take this out and see if there's any water left. So since there are some, we don't have to refill any. But if we do, we have to open up the container. Then we have to pour water in, and then that will be refilled. Now after this is done, we just slowly put the water back. We put the new food back. But first let's refresh the breading, since the mice really love some new refreshings. Then we just slowly put the food in, and basically put the lid back on. So I'll give you a Tuesday and Friday demonstration, since basically on Tuesdays and Fridays we have to take out the bedding, and on Friday we have to weigh the mouse. So first we have to take out the objects. We have to take out the water, the cage, and the food dish. Afterwards we have to weigh the mice. So we put the container onto the scale and set it equal to 0. Then we take the mice and put it in. Now as you can see, the mice weighs approximately 41 grams. Now afterwards, we put the mice down. Now comes the cleaning part. First we have to take out the bedding. So basically we just take the cage and we kind of dump out all the old dirty bedding. Now, once the bedding is dumped out, we have to take a Clorox wipe to disinfect the cage. Once that is done, we take a towel to quickly dry out the cage. After this is done, we put in the new bedding. Basically, just approximate how much bedding you want to put in to make the mice comfortable. So I'll just put it in here, spread it out a little. And once the bedding's done, we have to put all the objects back in. And lastly, we put the mice into its new home. And that's it.